So Carolyn has started her seedlings. She started these a few days back, not too long ago. I guess when she got the greenhouse. So what has that been, a week? So she started these seeds. She's got several containers going on here. She read them all off to me. I have no idea what she said, but that's a bean there. She's got a couple rows of tomatoes. That's, I think she said paste tomatoes, and then she's got other tomatoes over here. Spinach and cabbage. There's some over there, cabbage. Then over here she's got a bunch of peppers and basil. Those I don't see anything coming up just yet. But this middle tray, it seems like almost all of them have come up. And nah, there's a few that haven't. I don't see too much over here. Oh, there's something right there coming up. So she's getting all excited. She can bark these off faster than I could keep up, so I just thought, well, I'll give you an idea of what she's got. There's another bean, I guess, coming up. But the tomatoes, that's what I like. All those tomatoes coming up. So it's probably been a week since we went to past the gas station. We went to Dollar General about a week ago, and then I thought, well, maybe we should go last night and pick up some things. And drove by the gas station. Well, I didn't actually stop at the gas station, and we filled up our 10-gallon cans. We filled up our 5-gallon jugs. One of them was half, and then there was a quarter tank in the gas tank that had been used. So, I mean, we're just talking 15 gallons, maybe at most. It wasn't a lot. And I think it was up there, I don't know. I don't remember the exact price, but let's say it was $50. I mean, it's outrageously high. When we went there a week ago, it was $2.39. And then yesterday it was $2.79, so it went up 40 cents in just a few days. It's getting almost scary now. Of course, we got the war, and then today the president said that he was going to sanction oil. We're not going to buy any oil from, I guess, Russia. And I just read that in the headline. I didn't actually read the article yet. That's just going to squeeze us even more. And then hearing rumors of food costs going up. Apparently we do get a lot of food, I guess wheat, from Ukraine and Russia, and that's going to go up. And then Russia supplies us with fertilizer, is another thing I'm hearing. And it's like $250 a ton is what we currently buy it for. After this, it's going to be about $800 a ton. So they're actually talking about that we won't be able to buy that fertilizer. So now farmers are saying that the fertilizer that we are going to buy isn't as good. So the crops are going to be worse. And then the other thing that has me concerned is this bird flu. Now, I know a lot of people don't believe in the bird flu, which is fine. I mean, if you don't think it's a real thing, that's fine. I don't know either way, don't care. All I know is it's now in Missouri. And there was 250,000 chickens that were just killed because of it. A bunch in Iowa. There was a backyard flock in Iowa also, 42 chickens. And they had to kill those. So I guess the government will come in, I guess, Department of Agriculture is what I read, will come in, tell you, test your birds, tell you that they're infected, and they make you kill your birds. But it doesn't matter whether you believe it or not. It doesn't matter. The fact is they're killing the birds. Chicken prices are going to go up. To me, chicken and pork prices are the cheapest things you can buy, and that's what we always focus on when we go to the store. I think I showed you that the other day. That's Carolyn's greenhouse. I gotta clean this mess up. I've actually started to think this is concerning. I'm not a fear monger on this channel. I try not to spread fear. I've tried really hard not to do that, but it seems like everybody is reporting on it. When you hear CNN talking about prices going up, the press secretary just said that she doesn't believe the president has any intentions of opening up any oil supplies here in the United States. She said that this is a good time that we can switch over to green energy, but we don't have green energy in place. You know, Biden said the other day, if you can afford an electric car, go get an electric car. Well, I can't afford an electric car, so well, how does that help me? So the biggest consumer of fuel that we have is gasoline for the generator. Now, during the winter, we use a lot more gasoline for the generator than we do in the summertime. So when summertime coming around, the usage is going to go down. But right now, we're using a lot. So the only thing that's stuck in my head right now is, oh my goodness, gas prices are killing us. As I've said, we're fortunate that we just got this propane gas generator, dual fuel. I'm really happy we got it. That way, if gas prices go up, I'm hoping that propane prices will go down a bit. I don't know if that's true. Yesterday I talked about that, I think it was yesterday, propane is a byproduct of gas. So when they make gas and natural gas, propane is a waste product. I'm hoping that we'll be able to control our costs with that generator. The other thing I talked about is I think I'm going to get another battery. I don't know if I need it this summer. I'm going to wait till this summer to see if I need it. And if I don't need it, then I'll wait until next winter. The biggest problem I have with the batteries in the wintertime is the cold temperatures sap the energy out of it. Somebody asked me, I mean, I've said this in other videos, but it doesn't seem to click that the cold really takes it out. Normally, on a warm day, like 40 degrees, the batteries last just fine all the way through the night. From about 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., they do fine. I don't have any problems. But when it's below freezing, then I don't make it. I don't think it damages the batteries. You can't let the batteries go below 50%, which is 12.3 volts. Well, on cold days, those batteries are always at 12.1 volts. Always. And I don't understand why it's always 12.1. There's no variation. But the thing is, I'm not seeing any depletion in the batteries. They seem to be functioning fine. So I don't think it hurts the batteries. It doesn't provide the power you need. Last summer I didn't need any. We did fine last summer. So that means the only time I got to run the generator is on really cloudy days, which in the summer isn't very often. And when I run the well, I may just run the well off solar panels this summer. I can do that. I just got to rearrange my day. Usually I try to do that early in the morning to fill the tank up. I would have to wait until noon, 1 o'clock. That's the only difference. It's just not as convenient because the sun has to be up in order to run the well. I think we can reduce our gas costs, but the food cost is a real struggle. Breitbart News just said this morning inflation can go up to 10% this coming month. So we're at 7%, it goes up to 10%. I mean, we're talking record highs on everything. Of course, the media is trying to play it off that it's not as bad as it was in 2008. Okay, it's not as bad now, but at least in 2008, there was a stopping point. It got there, it stopped, and it came back down. Things got better. I don't see anything getting better. We're going to go shopping this Friday. This is Tuesday. So we'll go Friday, early in the morning. Usually, Save-A-Lot has lots of sales on Friday. And we're going to try to pick up as much as we can, chicken and whatever. I'm not really looking forward to canning at these temperatures. It's pretty chilly. It's harder to can in these temperatures outdoors. You know, somebody asked me, how do we cook? I mean, I've showed this a lot of times, but we have a propane Coleman stove that we cook with. But you can see Carolyn's firewood cooking station. She's developed all this. So she's got her rocket stove. She got all the components she needs. She uses this as an oven. And so she uses this a lot. Not so much during the winter, but she uses a lot during the summer. I mean, almost every day. That'll cut down on the propane cost also coming this summer. But if I have to, we'll start canning again. We still have a couple hundred, maybe 250 jars of canned food. We're going to fill up the freezer. We probably have 5 days worth of food left in the freezer. And she can fill that freezer to last us probably a month and a half now. We go a long time without having to buy food. And we're starting to run low on some products, you know, cheese products and that kind of thing. So we'll get all that filled back up. And then we're just going to see what happens and try to ride this out. I'm also going to check on chicken feed prices. But I Googled it today, and it doesn't look like it's went up hardly at all. So that's good. If we can keep the chickens producing eggs, right now they're producing more than we're eating. And Carolyn and I have decided that we're going to try to minimize our lunches. I've been doing this other channel, so I've been sitting on the computer quite a bit more than normal, and we've been on this carnivorous diet, and I've been feeling a lot stronger. Carolyn will make a big meal at lunch and then another big meal for supper. Well, I'm thinking maybe we should reduce the amount of food we're eating for lunch. Right now for lunch we eat chicken eggs. So if we can reduce the amount of chicken eggs we're eating at lunch, we can eat those for supper time, and that'll even reduce how much meat we're eating at supper. Just trying to figure out different ways to reduce our costs. Now, I've talked about the corn garden quite a bit. I've been working on this since late summer last year, early fall. I've been trying to get this ready for corn. Well, Carolyn and I were talking about this. One of the reasons we were going to do corn was so we could give the stalks, the corn stalks, to the pigs. We decided we're not going to do pigs this year because of cost, trying to get the whole confinement put together and all that. So we don't need a lot of stalks to feed the pigs. And corn is so terribly bad for you. Really considering not eating any. So what we've decided, I think, is we're only going to grow a few corn stalks. That way we can have the corn on the cob. We like doing that for the summertime. Watermelon and corn on the cob. It tastes good. And then the rest of it, I think she's going to use this as her garden. That way the stalks that we do get, we can give to the chickens. They won't eat as much as the pigs would have. So if we have, 10 or 15, 20 corn stalks, that'll last them all winter. That way we don't have to buy a lot of food next winter in case prices just go through the roof. But I am starting to get concerned that things are just getting out of hand. Gold prices just topped $2,000. It was just a few days ago, I looked, it was at $1,900. So, I mean, it's just everything's skyrocketing as fast as it can go. And I told you the other day that we were talking about buying gold. I almost pulled the trigger on it. The only way to make it cost effective was to wire them the money. Well, they wanted my bank account information, and I wasn't going to do it, so I didn't pull the trigger. So we decided that we were going to invest that $2,000 into food, and that'll be our investment. That'll be our gold. So if you'll check out this other channel, I got an up next box right here. Go check it out. I'd appreciate it. So I hope I can inspire you to lower your costs and still live happy. Thanks for watching.